Okay. So well, so most of the population or the percentage of the people that has not gone to university, what
Yeah.
becomes of them? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, what I found just from living there was from the ages from 8 to 15, I guess the most popular thing that people did were, I guess, low-skilled labor. They took on low-skilled jobs. And these low-skilled jobs I have written here consisted of being apprentices to hairdressers, apprentices to tailors, apprentices to mechanics, and then apprentices to carpenters. And when I use the word apprentice, I mean they're, I guess, children from that age of 8 to 15, that go work under people that have their own mechanic shop or their own their own carpentry, and they learn how to, I guess, carry out those jobs, and they get paid very minimally, but I guess their pay is really just learning how to do that job, and then after that they get licensed to set up their own low-skilled I guess shop, and then they go from there. So besides apprentices, you see people that are vendors of frozen goods, on the streets, and vendors of market goods. So those open markets that Africa is famous for. Again, that's another thing that people do at that age that aren't educated. And then the last one that I have written here is the vendors of fried foods. Wow. So we see that, again, it doesn't require too much skill to do that, and so that's what a lot of people are going into.
I mean, now, like, how can you tell us how this relates to the, economic development of Benin or, a third world country in general?
Yeah, developed countries or first world countries, one of the reasons why they're very developed is because they have a very strong tertiary sector. And when I say tertiary sector, just to give you guys some kind of analogy to what I mean by that. Say you have a cup of coffee, right? There's the coffee bean, the primary sector, right? There's the making of the coffee, the secondary sector. And then there's a tertiary sector, that's the Starbucks that's actually selling the coffee, right? And that's where a lot of the profit is made, the tertiary sector. But if a huge percentage of our populations, about 60%, is illiterate, they're going to be doing these low-skilled jobs, these primary sector jobs. And so not a lot of profit is made in these primary sector jobs. So I feel like we need to develop our tertiary sector, right? And it's difficult for developing countries to develop that sector because a lot of our intellectuals are going abroad to continue their careers. Wow. Because in France, I know for Benin, in France, it's easier to become a doctor there than it is Benin. You get paid more, and there's more opportunities to succeed in your career. So you can't really blame these intellects for wanting to work abroad. And this phenomenon is called brain drain. So I think we need to focus more on in helping our tertiary sector.
If I completely understand your argument, I mean, institutions such as Starbucks is making billions of dollars, while farmers who are working hard is barely making enough to survive. Yeah. So you're telling me Africans to set up companies such as Starbucks, or I mean, what? But if that's the case, most of the intellects in Africa are traveling abroad. So I mean, how can this opportunity be set up?
I definitely. That's definitely the point that I want to hit home there. That we need to find a way to bring back these intellects to Africa, and I guess help them develop their career and help them do what they're doing abroad, but help them do it in Africa. So that's exactly the point that I want to get across.
I mean, now my question is: aren't there institutions such as Starbucks? I mean, institutions such as Starbucks are like capitalism or symbolism of capitalism. I mean, and I know they are, basically. I mean, what role do capitalism play in the development of, or economic development of third world countries?
I think that capitalism has done great for America. It's done good things. It's a kind of a system that encourages people to want to succeed, encourages scientists to want to find out more, and America has really strived on it. But unfortunately, the capitalist system is set up in a way that if one country does succeed, the other countries that are in the third world country do not succeed. They get stopped from succeeding because they use kind of the capitalism system strives off cheap labor, and so they get that cheap labor from third world countries. So unfortunately, as much as the capitalist system has done well for for America, it's not doing is good for developing countries.
Thank you very much. I mean, that sums up all we have today. Thank you for your insights about these problems that you have provided for us today. I mean, what would you suggest for organizations or people that would like to help or are trying to help combat these problems?
I think the one suggestion that I have for organizations that want to help is make sure you do your research. Make sure wherever you're going to help, you find out what exactly they need. What are the factors that are limiting primary school education? It's not just going to a village and saying, okay, they don't have a school, so I'm going to build a school there and then forget about helping that place anymore. It's not just going there and distributing books and giving out money. And no, it's going there and finding out exactly what's stopping people from going to school, what factors are limiting primary school education, and then attacking those factors at the root. Attacking those factors, and that's what we're trying to do at the Diamule Fund. Attack those factors at the root. So, as a word of wisdom, before we close, just make sure you know exactly what problems you have to confront, and then confront them accordingly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dayamba.
Thank you very much.